No, wait a minute. It's a beautiful place, beautiful people, but this kid needs to know other cultures, need to face challenges, need to live in a different linguistic environment.
I'm Ziv and welcome to my channel where I talk to people in China of the 21st century. Today I'm here with Sébastien Pelletier. He's from Canada and he's the head of school at Utahloy where we are right now. We are going to talk about his time serving in Syria in an international school and his 20 years career being in like 5 countries. Sébastien, thank you for having me here.
Well, thank you very much for coming over.
Let's take a walk.
Perfect, welcome.
So, you are the head of school right now.
Yes.
You've been an educator for 20 years.
Yes, I can't count it. I started in '98,
So more than 20 years.
Exactly.
Did you always aim to become a head of school director one day?
Head of school, no. It's something that I knew it would detach me from the kids.
Right.
Which, unfortunately,
That's what's happening?
No, I'm not. I'm close to them because we live in a boarding facility. So
Right.
and it's a small school, so
Right.
I'm with the kids. I live with the kids, not a problem. But I've always wanted to be a leader in a school.
Okay.
Principal, head
Okay.
of that's I always wanted to do this.
And now this is your first time head of school.
I was a headmaster in India,
Headmaster, right.
but I was really close to education too. But now head of school, yes.
All right. Okay.
Proper.
Okay. So before we go more into the journey you had in education, I want to ask: you were in Syria
Yes.
when the civil war started, right?
Yes. It was, I have nothing to do with this.
Nothing, it's not your fault. Yes. But I mean, you were there 2011.
No, 2000. Yes, 2011.
2011,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, I think you left a few months after it started, right?
It started at March 8, 2011, and
Right.
I left in June. Yes.
Okay, so you were an educator in an international school. How was it in those couple of months before you had to go?
First, well, we were in Aleppo, so we were in the north. There was nothing happening really, but you could feel that the situation got tense somehow.
Okay.
So, being foreigners in the country, you have to be vigilant.
Okay.
Well, that's what we did, because I have to say it was a great country. It was beautiful. The food was great. People are great. Fantastic ruins and to visit sites, historical sites.
historical,
Yeah.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden, it
turned.
switched just
Right.
on a dime.
Right. So you managed to get out without scratch.
No problem. We haven't
Right.
seen anything violent or.
And the year after, Aleppo started to be really bad. The Battle of Aleppo, right?
3 months after the circle that was about 400 meters from where we live just
Right.
blew out.
Yeah. All right. So before that, you were in Egypt.
Yes.
And you were also in India.
Yes.
And you're also in America, but you started in Louisiana, you said.
Yes.
Right. So, which place was your favorite? Hard one.
Very hard one. Syria was bittersweet because we really liked the place. Egypt will always be our second home because this is where I met my wife and this is where we had our first kid.
Okay. Where was it?
In Egypt,
In where? Which city?
in Cairo.
Cairo. Okay. It's a very big city.
Yes.
You liked it?
It's an acquired taste.
It's quite bad. It is.
But
yes.
we ended up loving it.
But again,
because-
Middle Eastern food. You said it's good.
Yeah,
right?
but yeah. Egyptian food is an acquired taste in itself, whereas
Right.
food from Syria, Lebanon is good in itself.
This is your. I remember this. So this is where you got your basketball, I guess.
Yeah, that's the gym. So we were
This
walking.
is primary,
Yeah, we were walking in the secondary,
right?
and that's the primary.
That's the primary.
Primary building.
So that's where I used to walk far. Is it still far? Can you still walk far there?
We got about 200 meters. I say.
Okay, so that's where before it was.
Yeah. It was that was leading to a place called Turtle Hill, and behind this there was a lake.
Right, that's the lake I remember,
Yeah.
right? But the school has changed.
And the canteen, as people tell me, the canteen was 1 kilometer from this point. So the kids, when they went
It was far.
They had to walk 1 kilometer.
Yeah, so I remember walking up there, and there were nice trails near the lake, and I think the other side is dormitory there, or not anymore, or
Dorms are right here.
dorms are there.
So Dragon House, we see the
right,
between the backhoe, we see the dorm.
right,
And of course, it's construction around, but we're building a new school 500 meters.
right. So you're building a new school here.
Yeah.
Why?
Good question. It's the school is getting. If you look at the facility, the school is getting old. A bit more difficult now. The school is under the current road. So if we are to really bring it to a pristine, we would have to basically destroy everything and level it up.
So really reinvesting a lot. I mean, the owner, the lady from Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're building a new school that will accommodate 1,200 students.
Okay.
Which
wow.
is now we can accommodate 400 and 200 boarders, 400 kids. It's not enough.
So this is your first post in China.
Yes,
Why China? How did you get here?
I got the job.
You got the job, right?
To be very honest.
But so how was the move to China?
Yeah, I was in there's one place that that's really dear to my heart because I spent five years there. Was Los Angeles. That was our previous post.
Okay, so before here you were 5 years in Los Angeles.
Yes. Of course, Los Angeles. When you talk about Los Angeles, we talk about a great city. We talk about California, great spaces, great national parks.
Right. It's really nice. Can we walk from here? Can we
Yeah,
cross?
yeah. We'll
okay,
park
let's
with
cross from here.
the gym.
Okay, let's walk and walk back like that.
Okay, perfect.
So
And
Los Angeles 5 years, was it good?
awesome.
It was great, yeah.
Awesome.
I mean,
It's-
I don't know anyone saying anything bad about
Well, the good
California.
the good thing about Los Angeles, it's a great city and it's free-spirited and it pleases all kinds of people. If you're a cowboy, you'll find your place.
Right.
You know, if you're,
Right.
any allegiance, you'll find your place.
And weather
Origin.
is-
The weather is
Right.
like it's a switch, right? It's nice weather. You just turn it on. We'll have a day or two of rain, and then besides, it's blue sky every morning.
Nice guy, yeah.
Yeah.
But earthquakes.
I haven't had one
I haven't had
earthquake
one,
in
okay.
5 years.
All right.
There has been 2, and we're all off to
You were
France.
away. That's nice.
Yeah,
So moving, why did you move from there? It was so great.
right. So
And to China, it's such a contrast.
left my little hometown in eastern Canada in 1998.
Okay.
Graduated to become a teacher. Back then, there was not a teacher shortage. There was a surplus of teachers. So people telling me, "Okay, you'll start, but you'll start as a sub." I said, "No, I want to see the world." So I leave at the age of 25, I think. Always wanted to see the world. I always wanted to see different cultures. Met my wife. Same thing in Egypt. Went to Syria. Went to India, and then ended up in California and raising our second child, who was growing up as a Californian. Little blonde curly hair, going to the beach, sort of surfer attire. I said, no, wait a minute. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful people, but this kid needs to know other cultures, need to face challenges, need to live in a different linguistic environment, and that's dear to our heart.
That's interesting. Because you didn't want your child to get too comfortable.
No,
I agree with that. I mean, having 2 kids and being not too young anymore. I think that kids have to experience even the hardships, right? Like, if everything is too easy, they become adults that maybe are spoiled, right? So you wanted them to go and see something else. So China is really something else.
very something else, especially with COVID. But I have a good something to tell about it. Where I was in LA, it was a French school, so not totally Californian environment. It was a French school, and the flagship event of our school was every grade 5 students, every kid of age 11 years of age. We brought them to Paris for 10 days.
Oh, okay.
With backpacks, Paris, and it was interesting to see those little California kids used to commute with their parents' car from point A to point B, not knowing what's in the middle.
Right.
Suddenly going to Paris,
Yeah.
taking the metro, eating
That's already
funny
opening.
food,
opening a whole
Yeah.
thing in their heads.
Yeah,
Right?
and falling sick because the food, of the weather and stuff. So it gives you an idea of, okay, California is probably too nice. So coming to China is something we we wanted to, we've always, it's
You
not
always
because I
wanted
got
to-
a job, it was there. The school offered something exactly what I wanted for my kids, for myself as well. We're an IB school, it's an accredited school, etc. This is okay. And they gave me the head of school opportunity, which is,
This is your canteen?
no, that's the Cobra Cafe.
It's like, okay, and then
So that's where the kids get their snack during recess.
and kids are just hanging out here in recess?
Yeah.
This is like the place?
Yeah, the place. And the good thing about, well, since we are in the country, we don't have a Starbucks around.
Right.
We don't have.
Yeah, you're far, you're not in the city. This
Yeah,
school
exactly.
is just out there.
The nearest Starbucks is 13 kilometers away.
Right.
But we have a fantastic state-of-the-art Italian coffee machine.
So you do have nice stuff. Well,
So we're good. We
It's
can
a,
survive.
it's a dormitory. I mean, actually, this is very different, right? Not many international schools in China has dormitories.
No.
So why this one has it?
Well, historically, it was nestled in a beautiful botanical garden.
Right.
We will perpetuate the tradition when we move to the new school. It has a fantastic view. And
So it's far from where we were. It's maybe not so convenient to come to school every day and leave
No.
to go home, right? That's
Well,
the beginning, I guess.
Dongguan is 40 minutes away
Yeah.
from here, Zhengshan
Right.
20, Guangzhou 60.
Right.
But as far as the border, we have the good thing about I didn't know much about. I knew about boarding, but I could not appreciate boarding life until I came here. When you think about it, we have most of our kids are 5-day boarders. They're dropped off on Sunday afternoon. They go to school. They're fed. Homework. There are 2 hours of tuition, hour and a half of tuition every day. They participate in sports program. They learn from.
There is something there. There is to gain.
And they leave. They go home on Friday evening. Homework done, and all they have to do is spending quality time with their parents.
There is
So
something to gain. Yes.
you don't get to see your kids. I don't know. It would
Right.
hurt you seeing your kid, not
Right.
seeing your kids during the week.
It's hard, right?
But
Yeah.
it's an interesting trade-off.
Some kids do partially.
There's a flexi boarding
Yeah.
opportunity, so, which is good for us. Yeah.
So okay. Well, you know, we can talk for hours. I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this video too long. I will ask you one last question. What is it like to be a foreign educator in China? Like pluses and minuses.
I would. Can I answer as a foreign educator? Because honestly, I don't see the big difference between
Between being
all the countries I've been to.
okay.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no difference.
Well, every foreign country will give you hardship, right?
Okay, in
Here
some
it will
way,
probably
right,
be
right.
the language and the writing because it's more challenging and they're.
We can also get in from here.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
please.
walk
It's a
here.
second.
Yeah.
So you see, it's a residential community. So we have Angel just passed by,
Yeah. Right.
and we have to label the bikes.
Okay.
The name of the kid.
Okay.
So I'll give you. Egypt was the traffic and the pollution. Well, Syria was. Well, I didn't stay there long.
Too long, right? Not too
So
long.
each country will give you hardship and thank you and challenges that will basically widen your horizon because in all the time the thing that so the thing that
So China feels like, you mean, it's different things than other countries, but still you got things to get used to.
yeah
That's what you're saying.
the funny thing about China when I arrived and my parents asked me what it is, well honestly if you take away the language and the writings, this is the country closest to my home country I've ever been to.
This one.
Yeah, because everything is organized.
Okay.
Of course, you have the food is different with,
Right.
but besides that, the infrastructures and everything, it's pretty much the same.
So you're happy about the decision to come here?
Yeah. Of course. It's,
All right.
We've always had challenges. In LA, the challenge was the money,
Right.
because it's very expensive to live
Right,
there.
right.
But you'll have challenges, and what's important is to. it just widens your horizon. And what comforts my choice of living abroad and living outside of Canada is, as much as I love my friends and all, but when I go back every summer, well, not every summer because of COVID, they will talk to me about the same things. All of them.
COVID is a challenge.
Whereas we have different stories to tell
as
expatriates, and this is what I feel I'm proud of myself for giving that to my children.
Right. Your children are, how old are they?
My daughter Lila is 16. My son Achille is 8. And my wife also is a teacher. So we all work here at USZ, which is...
It happens a lot, right? International educators, the whole family.
Yeah. I've been my daughter's principal for all of her schoolings except 3 years.
That's a whole different conversation there.
And I've always been my son's principal.
Okay, well, we just got here to the entrance
of the
school, right? Yeah, very nice ending.
The plug.
So thanks for talking to me. It was really interesting. Well, and if you enjoy the content, please give the video a like. And until you see you next time, have a good day.